Hello. You are tuning into the episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's first topic: why are former Ravens clamoring, waiting, wanting to join the Pittsburgh Steelers? Look, guys, I just want to make sure that I said it before I even start. How could you? You're supposed to be ready for life. Now you want to be a Steeler. I try to see. I don't get it. You say you could have joined any other team, but you joined them. Have you no shame? Where is your honor? Nah, bro, this guy nasty, bro. So, another former Raven, Chuck Clark, who you already know left on not so great terms with the Baltimore Ravens, has now been signed to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh. Now, look, guys, I know a lot of people are going to say, those are all our guys that we didn't want on the team anyways. Speak for yourself. I love Deshaun Elliott. Pause. I love Deshaun Elliott, so speak for yourself on that one. But I'm just saying, it's gotten crazy. Shout out to Kevin Orstreacher. I just call him Kevo. He does his own show and everything else, but he put this up on Twitter because he had the list with the pictures and I had to post it. And I just, listen, man, this is crazy. Patrick Queen is on the team as of right now. We're not talking about how he's joined them over the years. Right now, Patrick Queen's on the team. Deshaun Elliott, shout out to him, that's one of my guys, on the team. Chuck Clark is on the team. Malik Harrison is on the team. Jeremiah Moon is on the team. So I gotta start asking you guys why. Like, why? And I'm not talking about Jadakiss, why, like, all that I've been living, for this pain that I've been given. Why they got me messed up? Why you gotta do me like that? Wow, it was hard too. From Jada. Yo, man, the 2000s rap is crazy. That song is crazy by Jada. But anyways, I've sat back and I started to think that, once again, this is mindset, right? And I really feel like I know why, even though I don't agree with it. And this has been trending for a while. It's like, when you play for the Ravens or Steelers, you have to love the game of football. You have to have a heart for the game. Because these guys are putting their bodies through absolute HE double hockey sticks. And they're doing it to put your body through HE double hockey sticks. And I'm not joking. I'm not joking. That's what they train for. That's what they do. And I feel like Baltimore's culture, even now, I know it's a lot different because I'm going to bring up how Marlon Humphrey said how no one fears us or the defense anymore, but it's still ingrained that you have to love the game. A lot of times you get the professional athletes, stuff like that, and I don't see there's nothing wrong with it because some people just look at it as a way to be able to feed their families. Like, look, I don't like this game. I don't like this game like that. I try to play this game as best as I can so that I can make that amount of money, and then in 8 or 9 years, I can retire, and my family can get money, and I can have money, and then I can just go off into the sunset, never even watching another game ever again. But with these guys that play for these teams, it's not like that for them. They eat, live, breathe football. And as much as, we'll talk trash or little stuff like that, I respected Pat Queen's game. I don't dislike the guy. I don't know him personally, but he had a real good game. Chuck Clark played well for us. Deshaun Elliott, the Joker, was putting people on posters, back of milk cartons. So I'm not spreading hate. What I'm saying is it's understandable. I think a lot of times y'all have to understand if you can't play for that team, you play for a team that has similar morals. So for us fans, we're like, how could you? No! Right? That's how we act. But in the other side of it, it's like they want to go to a team that treats the players with respect, understands the business, they have great facilities, and on top of having the facilities, they have a basic understanding that they're trying to do whatever it takes to win. And the Ravens and Steelers, to me, absolutely represent that notion in not only the AFC North, but in the NFL. And both of them are storied franchises. And Steelers have been a storied franchises for way longer than the Ravens. But the Ravens, on the back and the viewpoint of Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, and others, and just that blue collar, we're finna line it up, this is hard-nosed, gritty football, have maintained that from the beginning of the inception in 2000 all the way to now. Oh, I'm sorry, 96. Sorry, whatever it is. So, I look at it and I say, it's kind of one of those things where you have to be able to look at why they're going there and have an understanding. They're going places where the rhetoric might be the same. They're going places where the culture might be similar. You know what I mean? And that's why I don't get mad too much when they want to go. I mean, as a fan, you don't want to see them go nowhere else. You rather them go somewhere but out there. But a lot of those teams don't have the foundation. Like the Jets, if you go to the Jets, they'll pay you your money. They don't have any culture there. They don't. It's a whole bunch of crazy that goes on. Like crazy. Hold on, I wanted to check that too because 96. I was right. Yeah, 96. Yeah. So I just want to make sure I didn't want to see something wrong. Yeah, they didn't want to say something wrong. But yeah, because everybody knows the 2000 Ravens was the championship, and that's why I got mixed up. But yeah, I want to make sure I tell the truth. So definitely something that we're looking at. Definitely looking on something that's been bothering the fan base. But if it's bothering the fan base, I got to speak on it. I got to lend my voice to it, my credence on it. Don't be too mad about it. This is the way that they can feed their families. It's more of a respect thing. We'll hate the Steelers, but we'll respect the Steelers. You know where I'm coming from? Because we know what they are. We know what they represent. And a lot of times they'll say the same thing. We hate the Ravens, but we respect the Ravens. You know what I'm saying? We respect them enough that we're going to give them 100% and know that it's going to be punching your face and we're going to punch you in your nose all day. You ever hear that the fighters that be like, the guys I respect the most are the guys that I don't jest around with, the guys that I don't play around in the ring with. It's all business because out of sheer respect for their ability within your craft, you got to give them everything you got. Same difference. So I'm not mad at them. It's the way that they can feed their family. Shout out to those guys. It is going to be crazy, though. Because, man, usually you get, one or two guys. But now, it's 5 or 6 guys now. They're from the Ravens. They're on there now. And everyone forgets about Miles Boykin, too. He just left the Steelers. I think he's on the Bears now. So, you know what I'm saying? It'd be crazy. And then even Prochet went and joined the Browns. Man, y'all just be leaving the Ravens to go join the AFC North rivals or combatants. It's nasty work out here. But you got to understand they try to feed their families, guys, so don't give them a hard time about it. It is what it is. You feel me? But what do you guys think? Are you still surprised that so many Raven players right now have switched to the dark side? Or are you saying, just like me, hey, it is what it is. Once a Raven, always a Raven. But they got to earn that money, and they want to go to an organization that best represents where they're coming from. So, you know what I'm saying? Let me know what you think down in the comments, please. All right? But as always, that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. Now we get down, we have fun, and we laugh. But everything we talk about, we did what? Facts and truth. Please do remember, subscribe, hit that notification bell, guys. Leave a comment. I like the comments. If you haven't already done so already, check out the Wunderkind Morning Show live Monday through Thursdays, 9:30 to 10:30 a.m., where we touch on all hot topics of sports, and we bring up a little bit of nostalgia trivia from the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, guys. Put a smile on your face. Be there, be square. Okay, subscribe and support. All right. Also, if you want to donate to the channel, help out with equipment and such stuff like that, bottom of the screen, QR code to a Cash App. Cash App located in the description of every video that we do. Name of it is money sign, The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. But that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. This show is not just signing off, and as always, you guys know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Huh? Yeah.
Finish him, Daddy.